that's why he's pushing it in the beginning.
And here is the run course. And it's a course where it is hard to keep your competitors in sight if they have a lead. It's up and down, there are stairs, there are dirt trails, and it's a 2-loop race course, but plenty of opportunity for athletes to make their move.
There's different opportunities, and you're also going to be using different muscle groups here. Coming off a hard bike, it'll be interesting to see which athletes are going to suffer more than others.
This is the second part of the run, the loop, and this is where the pain will really start to set in. And as they come out of the dirt trail, they have just under 2 kilometers to go, a sharp finish, some hard stairs, and then $20,000 awaits the victor, 10 to second place.
And back to our chasing pack of Fleischmann, Reed, and Graham O'Grady. Brian Fleischmann looking pretty good. He's hoping to improve on his 4th place finish from last year's race.
And O'Grady is hanging tough.
Hanging tough. It's very challenging. He races the half Ironman and Ironman distance. Very tough to go back to these sprint triathlons, I call them, a 2-hour race versus a 4-hour and 8-hour race. Very hard on the muscles.
But he does have former ITU experience. Back to the leader, Greg Bennett, choosing not to take the stairs. This is much faster way down, and Javier Gomez right behind him.
Like last year, it looks like the athletes have chosen to go down the side. Very fast, a little dangerous. Hopefully they're okay out there.
Well, Greg Bennett will be first into the dirt section. Gomez right behind him. And this is where on the second lap, this will be 8 kilometers. This is the first lap of the run. And Gomez not only comes alongside, he goes past Bennett.
I wonder if he said anything to Greg. And that's an undulating surface in there, much different. It's going to be a slower run because of that dirt track.
And there we see Fleischmann and Reed side by side. These two have been battling all day. It looks like they've dropped O'Grady.
They've been seesawing back and forth. For them, it's probably a battle for third.
And this is Lisa Norden off the bike and in the lead, and a solid lead it is, but we don't know. She's been hampered by that injury all year, so we'll see how she goes. Jenna Parker, what a ride.
Great ride for Jenna. She passed Sarah Groff out there, 2:30 down from Norden. Groff's another 40 seconds back. What a race this is going to be.
And Groff has some work to do. Greg Bennett now also has a lot of work, and that would entail staying with Javier Gomez, one of the fastest runners in the sport of triathlon, pushing up the side of the stairs here. And Greg Bennett is looking very comfortable. His shoulders are relaxed, and they're putting on a great pace.
A tall task for Greg to stay with Javier, but the longer he can stay with them, the more he's going to be guaranteed second place.
Jenna Parker, 4th last year, currently sitting in 2nd. Now, this is our leader looking very tentative on the stairs.
Very tentative on those ankles. She's got to be very careful. She's going to enter the dirt track section as well with some undulating terrain. Needs to be a little bit careful on that tender ankle.
And also has to maintain her pace and her focus, because this is a course that presents a lot of obstacles.
It's nice for her to have that gap, though. It's very reassuring to know you can run in control as the front runner in the race.
Javier Gomez has now made his move. This is the halfway point on the run, and it looks like he's broken Greg Bennett with an effort. Bennett now, you can see him straining and looking behind him, wondering how much of a lead he has over the chasers.
Both two athletes look behind them. It's a way for them to measure their effort throughout the rest of the run.
And there is Norden in the park, and this is another male pro athlete. This is Fraser Cartmel of Scotland, a 3-time half Ironman and also British Ironman champion.
And that just shows you how amazing Lisa Norden is. That's a great athlete up there.
Jenna Parker in 2nd position, and you can see her legs at this point in time are probably feeling the strain of the ride.
Jenna, 4th last year. This would be an epic race for her to move up into the top 3.
Well, she's got a 40-second lead over Sarah Groff, and Sarah, her form, just not looking quite as sharp as we've seen in the past.
She looks like she might be tightening up a little bit. Sarah has never lost to Jenna in a race. We'll see what happens here.
No doubt it's going to be an exciting second lap in the women's race. Let's go back to the men, and the pain on the face there of Matt Reed and Fleischmann. He looked behind him. He knows that he has now dropped O'Grady. It's a battle for third.
And Matt's face is he's suffering right now. Brian might be able to take him. If he gets a 3rd place, that would be a fantastic result for Brian Fleischmann.
Pushing up the hill. You can see the lead about 20 meters at this stage, and now the second lap starts. 5K to go.
All the athletes look like they're struggling out there. It's a very challenging course, as you can see.
And this is Jenna Parker. She is still in 2nd position, but the lead is being whittled down because behind her it is this woman, Sarah Groff is now running smoothly.
Sarah Groff, a great runner, and Sarah's going to want to catch Jenna pretty soon. She doesn't want to make it happen till the very end in the finish shoot. She's got to push right now.
And Lisa Norden, what a great run. She ran ahead of Cartmel that entire 3-kilometre section, so obviously her foot is not slowing her down too much.
And as each kilometre ticks by, Lisa has to be getting a little more confident of her win today.
And this is the beautiful Ching Long Lake Park. You can see a magnificent part of Fung Tai here on the outskirts of Beijing. And look at the smooth, flowing style of the man who has run under 30 minutes for 10 kilometers, and that's off a bike.
Unbelievable. And all you young runners out there, take a clinic from this guy. This guy has the most beautiful running stride out there in the sport of triathlon.
Back to the women, Lisa Norden. Now, is she able to use the fact that Cartmel is running a similar pace to propel her forward?
Absolutely. There's no reason she can't use it. They're not doing anything illegal or cheating. She's running next to him. She happened to catch him on one of the loops in the run. Totally fair.
Cartmel now moves up ahead of her, but she has the lead over the women. Jenna Parker looking to feel the strain of her effort.
She's hurting out there, but she's so close. She's in second place if she can just hold on.
But there is Groff behind her in sight now, and Groff definitely looks a little bit smoother at this stage of the game. But a magnificent race by Jenna Parker so far. Can she hold her off?
And good for Jenna. You never want to look back. That just gives the person behind you a little bit more strength. So Jenna doing a good job of running forward. Don't look back.
Jenna, a minute lead off the bike over Groff, but Groff now has whittled it down to just 12 seconds.
And you saw Groff took a little look behind her. You never want to do it. As a competitor, I used to look back a few times. It gives a lot of strength to the people behind you.
Well, this man never looks back. Look at the scenery here. Just a magnificent location and a great course here. But Javier Gomez has a kilometre left to go.
Javier Gomez is a freak of nature. He has just no weakness in the sport. All of his athletes fear him, and you can see why today.
Across the bridges, around the pavilion, and Javier Gomez will face the last steep stair climb, and then he will be welcoming the adulation of the crowd.
Javier is in a lead. He's probably looked back. He knows that he's got a bit of a gap. These stairs, he just doesn't want to lock up on the stairs.
And looking around now, he could relax. He could slow down if he wanted to, but he's not.
That's not in his DNA to slow down. This guy pushes from the gun to the finish.
An incredibly competitive athlete. He's been at the top of the game for the last decade, and this is why he is a 3-time world champion. Still looking behind him, his focus will be there to the very end.
And he's not only a great athlete, but he's a great person as well. Very well liked on the circuit.
He's becoming the godfather of the Spanish team. Up the stairs, along the side, using every available shortcut that he can. And now Greg Bennett is not that far behind.
Fantastic for Greg. He is pushing hard here.
But you can see there the shoulders are rolling, the head lolling a little bit from side to side. He is tired right now.
He takes a quick look back. He knows that no one's in sight in third. Let's have Greg enjoy the rest of this race here. Great job for Greg Bennett.
Streaking past the pavilion, up the stairs, less than half a kilometre to go at this stage, and this is the last challenge.
And this must burn. Imagine going up a set of stairs at the end of a almost 2-hour race. Ouch.
Well, Gomez now in the home straight, and an incredible result for him. Now Groff moves up alongside Jenna Parker. Here's the move.
And there she goes. She wants to go by fast. You got to make a decisive move to break your competitor.
Well, look at Jenna Parker. She is hanging tough.
And back to Greg. Great turnover. He's going to try and get up these stairs. Let's hope these 41-year-old legs don't lock up here.
Well, looks like he's got plenty more good years ahead of him. He's been in the sport nearly a quarter of a century, and he looks like he'll take second place today. Oh, look at the battle for third. Fleischmann has gone past Matt Reed.
And if Fleischmann can hang on, this will be a career highlight for this guy. If he's on the podium with Javier and Greg, wow.
And you've got to remember that Matt Reed was second here last year and much further back in the field. The man who was third in the World Championships, Mola, 6 minutes back.
Yeah, and Matt Reed, he just didn't seem like he had it today. I don't know what it was, but don't take anything away from Fleischmann. Fantastic race for Brian Fleischmann.
Incredible performance. Here we can see Matt Reed. The long legs just look a little bit weary. Magnificent backdrop. They'll get to enjoy that later.
Yeah, it looks like they dumped Graham O'Grady somewhere back there. Matt's going to struggle on in here.
And here is Javier Gomez. He led for virtually the entire race up until the point that Greg Bennett took the lead on the bike, but he has dominated this field and he fulfills the expectation that he would be the winner of the second annual Beijing International Triathlon. What a result.
Fantastic, waving to the crowds. He's done this many times before. Javier Gomez.
Number one, welcoming the tape, welcoming the crowd, dignitaries on hand, and looking a little bit of sweat off the brow, but enjoying the moment. Greg Bennett, what a performance. He has been one of the best triathletes in the world for over a decade now. He shows that he still has what it takes to stand up on the podium, and an amazing performance on the bike.
And I see Greg in this sport for years to come. Fantastic result for Greg.
Alcatraz before, his wife racing out here as well. Second place here today, the great Greg Bennett. I want to point out.
And takes the medal. Great sportsmanship there by Gomez, who's waiting to welcome his fellow competitor and training partner across the line. Now, who will be third? Here's Fleischmann. Where is Matt Reed? We're not sure, but he turns the corner. Fleischmann's going to take third.
He's on the mat right now. There's only a few more meters to go. If Brian finishes third, fantastic result.
He is in the home straight. He allows himself a little smile, looks behind him. He will take the bronze medal here.
A track star from Florida State University, first out of the water last year, third here today, the great Brian.
Wow, what a battle today between Fleischmann, O'Grady, and Reed for that third spot.
Great job for Brian. Great race. Fantastic.
And now we see Norden not much further down the path, and she has dominated not just the cycle leg, but also run very fast.
She used the weapon, her bike, to build a commanding lead, and now she can enjoy the run. Amazing, amazing athlete, this Lisa Norden.
Well, here are the stairs. 10 years in the sport of triathlon. She came to it from a completely different sport, from equestrian, but clearly a talented natural athlete. Sarah Groth, though, will have the fastest run. She's closing in on Norden, but she's run out of room.
She's run out of real estate. She's going to finish second this year. Nothing to be ashamed of. She's been competing with an amazing athlete ahead of her.
And Jenna Parker, a great performance by her today. Mentally, so much tougher this year than last. She's still inside of Groth. She's not going to let Groth ease up.
She's not. She got passed on the run. She may try an extra push, but I don't know if it's going to happen. The stairs are breaking it up here.
Well, here are the final stairs, just tearing the legs apart, and you can see the pain on Jenna Parker's leg.
Ow, ouch. I could feel it. I could feel that pain. Ouch.
Dragging herself up the stairs, but it's going to be a third place for her today if she can hang on.
She's a crowd favorite here. She was here last year. The fans absolutely love her.
Lisa Norden. She took command on the bike and then had a huge lead onto the run, and she will take the win.
Lisa Norden!
$20,000 richer. Great job, Lisa Norden.
And all smiles, as she has been the entire time, an incredible ambassador to the sport of triathlon, and what a champion, as is this woman though. Winner last year, second this year, but there's no shame in that.
No shame in $10,000. Not too shabby at all.
And she did have a great run. It'll be the fastest run of the day, and there is that smile that we all love.
The great Sarah Groth!
Groth takes second, receives her medal. Now the question is, Jenna Parker, there she is, not far behind, a brilliant third place.
She's having a great year, the great Jenna Parker!
Fantastic result for Jenna. She was ahead of a couple Olympians. She has to be very excited about this race. Great job, Jenna.
And the men's final results, it's a course record. Javier Gomez, 152.59. Greg Bennett, not far behind. Fleischmann, one of his best performances in his entire career.
And the women's result, Lisa Norden with a dominating result here. Dominated the bike as we thought, hang on for the run. Sarah, not bad. First last year, second this year, and a fantastic result for Jenna Parker.
An incredible atmosphere with great support from the people of Feng Tai and our partner, Beijing Capital Land. Over 550 professional and amateur triathletes competed today, and Ching Long Lake Park provided the perfect venue for athletic excellence. A thrilling day for our winners.
It was a great race. It's a very challenging course, very tough course, especially the run. I didn't know well the course, but it's really challenging, really interesting with all the stairs going up and down the whole time. And yeah, racing some of the best athletes in the world here is always going to be tough, so I was ready to fight hard, and yeah, I felt good and I could take the victory, so I'm just really happy.
The swim was quite average and I just never really woke up. It got me all the way down the first podium. I just had to try to eliminate the damage out in the water. I knew I had a lot of work cut out for me on the bike, and I'm pretty glad the bike is going well at the moment. So I'm glad I got paid for the work I done this summer.
Brian, truly a special day.
What an exciting day. I really enjoyed this race, and I look forward to coming back next year.
As do all of our fans who were thrilled by the performances they saw today. Course records by both the men and the women. And look at this, $20,000 to each of our winners, $100,000 total prize purse, making this one of the best triathlons in the world today. Incredible performances, great fun being had by all, and to our victors go the spoils. Javier Gomez enjoying the moment, and we enjoyed your company and look forward to being in Feng Tai again next year for the Beijing International Triathlon.